Hello, welcome to Gene Lifestyle, and my name is Jonathan, and today I'm going to give you guys a low carb muffin recipe that's totally awesome, totally delicious, and it's going to blow your taste buds away. And these are going to be chocolate almond butter zucchini muffins. Alright, so let's get started. These have some pretty cool ingredients that I'm going to be showing you guys, like tigernut flour, which is a great almond flour substitute. And then we also have some other cool ingredients that are superfood going into this, such as mesquite and cacao powder, and then also maca as well. And then we also got some other cool stuff going on, like some Brazil nuts right here. And these are going to go in right on top of these when they're finished. Alright, so let's get started. So first I have my zucchini right here. I'm going to chop this up. So I'm going to chop about half of it. And then I'm going to put it into a food processor, just like this. And then we are going to blend this up because we want to put it into here, and then we're going to add in all our other ingredients, including our eggs and whatnot, and that's kind of like how it goes. So let's blend it up right here. So I'm going to add in just a little bit more, just like that. I love zucchini, one of my favorite vegetables. It's totally good for you, and it gives these muffins a really nice taste. Alright, so there we have it. I just processed the zucchini up, and then I'm just going to put it into our bowl. We'll use a spoon, scoop this out. Scooping the zucchini out, and that's gonna be the base of these muffins. Alright, our next ingredient that's gonna go into this is gonna be our eggs. So I have 4 eggs right here, and then I'm gonna just crack these in, and then we're going to stir it up with the whisk. So there's 1 egg. Our second one. Then we have our 3rd egg right here. Lastly, our 4th egg. Alright, so there's our eggs right there. And next we are going to add in our vanilla. So this is ground vanilla bean right here. This stuff is really awesome. Gives it that nice taste. You know, vanilla goes good with a lot of different recipes, especially dessert recipes, smoothies, baking. So vanilla is definitely a staple. And then we have some brain octane oil. So the whole thing about this recipe is that we want it to be ketogenic, paleo friendly, and it's gonna just give you that nice brain boost, and it's gonna fuel your body and give you the energy you need. So you can use brain octane oil, which I really like. You can also use coconut oil. So I have this one on hand right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. So we are going to add in a tablespoon, maybe about 2 tablespoons, or a little bit less than 2 tablespoons, depending on how much you want to add in and what your experience level is. And then we have some almond butter. So this is going to give it that creamy taste and Oh, I love almond butter so much. This stuff rocks. Alright, so let's just scoop in, I don't know, let's say a tablespoon or so. Put it in just like that. Couple tablespoons. And then we are going to turn on our oven right here. So preheat it to 350. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but you know, it doesn't take that long to get this going. So I will get this going on bake. Alright. Now, to continue with this, we have 2 tablespoons of cacao powder. And what's so great about cacao powder is that it has a lot of different antioxidants in it, and on the ORAC scale, it's about triple the amount of times greater than green tea or even red wine. That's really good stuff right there. And also it's responsible for helping with cardiovascular health. It also helps with steroid hormones in the body. A lot of good stuff. You can learn more about it, do your research. I really love chocolate powder. It also has really high amounts of magnesium. So we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons. And then our next superfood ingredient is gonna be mesquite powder. And what's so great about mesquite powder is that Native Americans would use this stuff. It's a low carb baking substitute, and it has plenty of protein and different minerals in it. So we're just gonna add that in. It has a nice little smoky texture. Our next ingredient is maca, and this stuff really is what gives this recipe the edge. You know, that fires you up, gives you that energy, boosts your endurance. So if you like working out or whatever, and you want something that's good for a pre-workout, after you work out, you know, as a nice dessert, whatever, this stuff boosts your libido, and it just does so much for balancing the hormones in your body. And this stuff adds that nice kind of like a nutty flavor, and it just goes really well with the chocolate and the mesquite. So that we have 2 teaspoons right here. And now we are going to whisk this up. Now I have all the ingredients poured in here, and I'm just going to whisk this up really quickly. What's so great about these muffins is that you can just eat these at any time, guilt-free. You know, it's one of my favorite recipes that are low carb, and it's got so much good stuff in it, and it makes a really good, satisfying meal. So that's for our first process of the mixing. And now we are going to add in the rest of our ingredients. So we have tigernut flour. And this stuff right here is really the best gluten-free alternative I have been able to find. The thing with coconut flour is it doesn't really hold up that well. Even though it's low carb, it just, you know, for me it just doesn't really cut it. I really like tigernut flour, and I've done so many different recipes with this stuff, and they all come out fantastic. And what's so great about tigernut flour is this stuff has been consumed in West Africa and in Southern Europe, you know, for thousands of years as a food source, and it has prebiotics in it, so it feeds that gut flora in your body, which is we all know the research out there about probiotics and what it does for the body as far as your immune system and all that kind of good stuff. So let's add in 1/4 cup. So we have about 1/4 cup right there or so. Add that in. Next we're gonna add a pinch of salt in. And then we have baking soda. So we're just gonna go with about 1 teaspoon. This will help the muffin grow. And now we have the remainder of our spices. And that is a little bit of nutmeg. And some cinnamon. Really love cinnamon, so just sprinkle that in. And we're gonna whisk this one last time. We have our final ingredient, which I want to save till the end, and that is pumpkin sweet, which is our low glycemic superfood sweetener that comes from the kabocha pumpkin. And this stuff, I'm telling you, this blows any sweetener out there on the marketplace, hands down, no comparison. So I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons. Just like that. And yeah, 2 tablespoons will be good. And this sweetener, your all-purpose sweetener. So if you've been using cane sugar, honey, maple syrup, stevia, whatever it is, this stuff, you don't even need to use any of those other sweeteners anymore. But now with pumpkin sweet, it does it all for you. And the sweetness is just as good as cane sugar without any of the downsides. So, do your research. I highly recommend checking it out. Well, now once we have this stirred up, we're going to put it into our muffin tin right here. So I laid out some cups ahead of time to put into each of these slots. And then we just want to pour it about 2/3 of the way. So I'm going to pour this batch into this measuring cup, just so it's not so messy. Alright, can't wait for this stuff. This is really good stuff right here. So, here we go. We're just gonna pour it into each of these very slowly. Leaving a little bit of room for them to grow. Just like that, nice and slow. You know what? Let me do a little taste. Really good. Really good. Excellent. Okay, so we have it all done. The next thing we're going to do is just add in some Brazil nuts, which I have some kind of already, crumbling apart. So I'm just going to add some on top. Just like that. I'm going to actually chop a couple of these real quick. Brazil nuts that I'm going to add just on top. And Brazil nuts are really loaded with selenium, and selenium is definitely a mineral that we're missing in our body usually. We don't get enough of it, and Brazil nuts happen to be one of the best sources as far as selenium goes. So we have our Brazil nuts. I'm gonna just add a couple more. And there we go, our timer is done. So I just got this done, perfect timing. So now we're ready to go. So I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then once we put a toothpick in and we see that, it comes out clean, that's when we know these are ready. So let's get going. So I will check back in with you guys in about 20 minutes. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes and these look pretty done. Alright, look at that. These look. So I just pulled these muffins right out of the oven, and I'm going to do a little bit of a taste test right here and try this out. Let's see how this came out. I'm so excited for this. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Very good. Very good stuff. I love the crunch of it, the zucchini, the maca, mesquite, all comes out really well. Can't beat these. Back, so I just made a delicious low carb paleo muffin recipe using almond butter, chocolate, maca, mesquite, zucchini, and some other great ingredients. I hope you guys really enjoyed this and got a lot out of it that can really help your life, take it to the next level, whatever your goals are. And you want to learn more about this recipe, I am uploading this type of full detailed recipe on my blog, so you should definitely check it out. I'll be providing a link in the description below or on this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and got a lot of value out of this, and I'll be seeing you next time. Alright, have a good day now. Bye.